Anish, congratulations. A week after taking down Magnus Carlsen, you take down the world number 2, Ding Liren. And what a game it was. But before we talk about that, how are you feeling after this one?
Yeah, I was very happy. I feel also very lucky because the game was not looking good. At one point, I even thought I'm borderline lost, especially before he went knight to b1, which was very logical. I thought the move rook d5 would have me totally pinned down. I just thought I could be lost. Like, it kind of dawned on me. Like, before I thought it's okay, it's a position, and then suddenly you have these moments where you were kind of optimistic for some reason. I was optimistic because I knew that he did the wrong move order, so yeah, I assumed that it must be fine.
Can you talk about that wrong move order moment?
Yeah, I thought I knew that g4 in this position is not supposed to be a good option for him. I think I don't know if I knew that it's because of EF, but it was clear. Like, I could have compared all the stuff that EF is the way, and after g5, okay, I briefly looked at options, but I assumed knight e8 must be the move. But then I saw that it's not the move. I can go fe. I was thinking about like even knight g4. Like, I considered all the options. Okay, fe. I thought gf, kind of piece down, if I count correctly. I mean, it's kind of deep to see why exactly I'm better, but I should have known that. Yeah, so I thought knight e8, only move I kind of thought, and then he went knight f4, and I realized, okay, it doesn't look like I'm better, to be honest, somehow at all. But okay, I should believe in my position. So then I take bishop e5, looks kind of normal, queen c2, and then I realized that if I take queen e5, the endgame is very bad. If I don't, it's also very bad. But I thought, okay, I don't know, like, why is it bad? What has gone wrong? Like, but okay, whatever. And then I made some, I didn't want the endgame, so I played knight d6. He made some move, I played. And then I realized after rook d1 that after rook e8, rook d5, then you start, like, I started seeing ideas for it. I realized knight h5 is a thing. I realized whenever I got knight b6, the takes queen d2 is a thing. And I started seeing all these ideas for it. And it kind of dawned me, because before I thought, you know, like, more on general grounds, I have good pawn structure, I'll get the bishop out, it'll be fine. But then, like, I saw everything, all these different ideas, and then I realized that I'm probably lost or something. And then after knight b1, okay, I realized it's also very strong. And then I did this sick move a5, like Ding, who has a poker face like throughout all the years I know him. Even he slightly had to be like, oh, what the hell is that? But he really bought it, luckily. He went a4. A5, the idea was not to go a4, actually. The idea was that I have rook a6 in some lines, but it's so horrible. But okay, he bought it with a4, and now actually I can trade bishops, because now if he goes queen d2 in the same position, I have rook a6, so the 6th rank is covered. And again, the position is bad, but it's something. And once I got bishop g4, knight f5, suddenly, like, it's something happening, and suddenly my bad knight on d6 is going forward. And I was calculating a lot of different lines. I thought he should go for, I saw the strongest way. I didn't see that, to give a pawn on g5. That was very difficult. But I saw a line where I get the queen for rook, bishop, and no, for 3 pieces, for 3 light pieces, two knights and a bishop. And I know that whenever I lose queen up, it does very well on YouTube. So I thought, okay, that's fine. There'll be some good YouTube video again. But I thought maybe this one I'm not going to lose. But then I realized he has knight b5 first, with queen on b8, and then he can do this. And okay, I still wasn't sure if I'm bad there, but it's a little clumsy version for me. So I was not so, okay, I was thrilled anyway that I'm in the game, but I was not so excited. And then he panicked with this rook d2 back after a long thought. I don't know why, because I have a lot of options. I'm not even sure taking the pawn is the best. I considered queen e7, knight h4, all kinds of moves. I think it was all nice for me, but finally I decided to just cash in, win the pawn, because I thought after queen b8, my rook comes via a6, and actually I have a pawn. I felt that he has compensation, but it's very hard, such positions. Hard to play for white, because you feel that there is compensation, but you don't really see how exactly. And very often, okay, for example, the d5 square is great square, but you cannot place both your pieces there. So when you place the knight, you regret that it's not the bishop. If you place the bishop, you regret that it's not the knight. And somehow I felt it would be very hard for him to play. And yeah, indeed, he started to drift there. He blundered bishop takes c4, and I think that was kind of a clincher. Then I was briefly confused by what he did, but no tactics work, and everything is good.
What a game. Do you feel that your confidence today made a difference in that game, or what do you think flustered him?
No, I mean, okay, I thought I was lost at some point. I don't think that's confidence. I know that, okay, he sometimes makes mistakes, and he's maybe not the kind of player that you expect him to be. I mean, he's extremely strong. I don't mean that, but I mean the style. Like, I have lots of games with him. I have a lot of experience playing him, and my games are always very tense. It's always very hard. He's one of the best players of the generation. But somehow he's not the kind of player that you think he is. That's what I noticed over the years. So I was not too... Like, it has happened before, such kind of games. But of course I was just lucky. I mean, there's nothing you can also try to explain yourself, but I was just lucky, and there's no way around it.
Now you're on 6 out of 9, the same score as Nordjylland currently. Of course, his game is still going. 4 rounds to go. How are you feeling?
Yeah, I was watching an interview of Magnus, and I really liked when he said that he doesn't think about tournament victory. So I thought, okay, if Magnus doesn't think about tournament victory, why should I? So I'm not going to think about it either. My upcoming games are not exactly winnable, but I'll do my best.
Tomorrow you start with a double black, black again against Wesley. What's your history against Wesley?
Obviously, we are 2 of the most solid players out there, so I assume we've made a lot of draws. But of course, actually, we did have some back and forth, actually. In fact, he's beaten me at various occasions. I've also beaten him as well. Despite that, we indeed are 2 of the most solid players out there. So it's going to be fun. I really like the fact that we've got 2 games between 2 rest days, and it's kind of fun that we have a rest day, I have 2 blacks, and then another rest day. It's like my 2 blacks that are given so much, you know, they're given me like with a day to prepare and a day to rest. I really appreciated that particular.
And after that, white against Nordjylland, of course.
Yeah, I mean, okay, a lot of rounds. It's remarkable here because it feels like you've played so much. And a few days ago, my second told me that at some point he said that there are like 7 rounds to go, and I was like, what? What? 7 rounds to go? Like, it's so many rounds. It's really a special tournament. It feels like we're playing forever, but we still have to play a lot of games. Yeah, that's quite fun.
Anish, thank you so much. Congrats again, and good luck for tomorrow.
Thank you very much.